topic reads like an episode of Friends. A woman wrote to Dear Prudence saying her neighbor lounges by his pool naked. And she doesn't want her kids exposed to that. When she tried to talk to him about it, he said it's his house and he can do what he wants. She's now considering legal action. So who's in the right or who's in the wrong here?
First of all, I'm not a lawyer, but I don't think she really has a case. This man is on his own private property and he's not doing anything and he's naked. But I think the bigger problem is it's triggering something that maybe she was raised with in her culture or her religion, that naked is bad. Because I'll tell you something, I had this same mentality. And then I ended up having a neighbor who just moved here from Europe, and she liked to sunbathe. She didn't like the tan lines, so she'd be naked. And the reason why I found that out is all of a sudden every lawnmower was going. And I'm like, why is everybody cutting their lawn? And then I looked and she was stark naked. And so I realized before I spoke to her that I had judgment about her being naked. And then when she spoke to me, she's like, where I'm from, this is normal. It's just the human body. I don't know why you guys have such a big problem with it.
We're so prude here.
We're so uptight about it here. And I'm like, she opened my eyes, and I've gone on vacation and I've seen people naked and topless, and they're not thinking about it. I think
there's
this woman's
naked and then there's naked.
But I think here's the deal.
What's the difference? What's the difference?
Why are we judging bodies? Why are we judging bodies?
I'll just tell you a story that just actually, this is not in my notes, but when I was walking to school, when I was like, my sister was 9, I was 6, we were walking to school, and we were walking by this man's house. We walked by 1,000,001 times. He was inside his house, and he was naked. And as a kid, all I remember from this was my sister put her hands over my eyes, and we both just ran to school. Turns out, he was a flasher. Like, he was intentionally doing it as knowing that we were girls. I'm just saying
the intention, though, is different. This man is lounging.
There's nude and there's nude, right? There's naked and there's naked.
Sure.
I do think, and how do we tease out what is the intentionality?
What do you think, Riley?
Well, I mean, to me, that sounds like more like, you know, a kink, I guess, for lack of a better word.
Wow.
And the thing is that, like, when you're adding a sexualized layer to something, then consent comes in. If this man is not trying to sexualize his body by being outside, then, like, he's allowed to be naked. And I think it's a great, actually, learning opportunity if I were a parent to be like, human beings have bodies. So do you, so does this man. We can, you know, that's normal.
And sadly, your kids are not my problem. I think that's what she's like trying to leave with my children.
And not only that, would she be singing the same tune if all of a sudden he started to complain to the city that her kids playing in the backyard making all kinds of noise is bothering him? You see, like, you can flip it. It's his property. He can do absolutely what he wants. And I do think that she's missing a really great moment as a parent. I know as parents, we don't like to do like the whole sex ed thing, the birds and the bees, but it is life. He's not trying to purposely do this to upset her children. So she's also teaching her kids a lesson, whether intentionally or not. She's teaching them, if you don't like something, sue somebody.
That's the other thing.
I don't know. I'm going to go back to the only person who thinks that the details matter. Like, I want to know what kind of, like, is he a flaccid person, or is there any amount of, like, I want to know. I want to know, is he kind of just, like, going outside with a towel and laying down, or is it like...
Oh, my God.
Wait a second. I just want to know. As a person who's naked in their house, as a person who's naked in their house 90% of the time, it doesn't matter I got my legs closed or open. It's my house.
I agree.
Questions, that's all. I just want to know.
I would never think I would say I'm team naked man, but I think I'm team naked man, you know?
Wow.
Hey there, what did you think? Drop your comments below and join the conversation. And don't forget to like and subscribe so you can find more on everything from food and fashion to pop culture and current events. See you soon.